What's up, guys? Today is Thursday, July 18, 2024, and welcome to another Cafesito Trading Night with Sam for everybody on the channel. But let's get started with tonight's call, guys. As you guys know, yesterday we saw the markets just played off for us. They literally gave us the momentum that we honestly looked for last night. Can we just give it up for the people who caught this move? Drop a 111 in the chat if you caught this move right here. Can I get some money back so you caught this amazing move? Because if you did, you should have been in the call, you know? I mean, I told you, like, it's just adding it up. You put a bit of sauce on it, and it all just plays. Can I just get some coffee mugs, Like, can we give it up for this amazing trade, guys? Like, it's not even a lot of people are like, oh my God, it's just, this is nothing. Like, how many pips was this? Let me check. This was about wow, for almost 500 pips, guys. Who caught them 500 pips? Because the market gave us the signs. Yep, yep. She takes off quickly. Like, it's amazing to see. We saw that move to the upside, that rejection zone came to the support, retouched it back again, and then it just fell to the downside. Like you guys could have caught that remove that move back again at 11 a.m. EST. That would have been an amazing move. But remember, guys, like what we were looking for is 50% Fibonacci. Like if we actually graph the move that was, given to us in the daily time frame, like literally where the market took off from, I like to count up this candle right here. You know, like look at where look how close we are to the 50% Fibonacci, guys. Like that's how powerful the Fibonacci is. And this is why we're running a training of Fibonacci next week because of the power that it holds behind it. A lot of people just go through trading and forget about the basics. One of the basics is Fibonacci. For me, that was one of the basics I had to learn, guys. And as of right now, gold can still literally move down. But something I want you guys to take a look at is the gold came down, swept off you know, these buyers right here and these buyers right here. So those were areas for sellers to come in. Now let's go look at the other pairs that go that also played off. We got silver. Drop a 111 in the chat if you call Mr. Silver, you call Miss Gold, and you call Mr. Silver. Because silver gave us that beautiful, beautiful, just buy to the upside and then sell to the downside, like literally market structure. And this is what I wanted to see last night. I wanted the market to go into that area and then just sell from it. The next one we got is this one. Like the market didn't fully give us the momentum that we wanted, which was this, but the market they gave us this pullback all the way coming almost to our support zone. And then from that support area, it just flew to the upside, coming back to the resistance, which is this little momentum that we wanted to see. We want to see a push, pullback, and then a continuation to the upside. GJ is still momentum. I don't think she's fully done moving. I feel like she can still put pump to the upside. So don't be surprised if in the next hour or so you see a quick spike to the upside. EJ, the same thing. EJ is actually where we wanted it to be. What like I don't know about you guys, but everything is clicking more and more as we go. Drop a 111 or drop a no. Drop a coffee cup. If you guys understand that the more you practice, the more you employ, the more you do, the more you will understand the markets. Because that's what the markets is literally giving us. The markets is giving us what we wanted to see. The markets is giving us the information right in front of us. So for us to understand. Let's see. All right, the next one, Bitcoin. This was a trade that I wanted you guys to get in. Drop a 111 in the chat if you got into or drop a coffee mug or a tea mug, whatever you guys need to drop to if you guys got into this move right here. Because this is the move that I wanted you guys to get in. I mean, gold, it was kind of expected, but I was looking into Bitcoin. who got into Bitcoin? Drop a 111 in the chat, drop a coffee mug, drop whatever you really need to. Because something I want you guys to take a look at is the beautiful push to the downside, that the market, like the sellers gave us that manipulation, allowing giving the opportunity to the buyers to come in, but then the sellers said, psych, and they just spiked it to the downside. Like this was a beautiful move of almost, let me see, if you guys took it right there, like almost 185 pips the most. Yeah, 189 pips. Beautiful, beautiful Bitcoin move. The next one is Ethereum. Ethereum did came went to our invalidation and stopped us out. But at the same time, it literally went to our liquidity area. So a lot of this information that you guys are gonna keep seeing is just information that you guys are gonna see over and over and over again. It's just, it's just the rhythm of the market. I just like to call it that way. Lately I've been getting into, that's I had the Caribbean, type of music in the background because that's just sometimes when, a lot of times I have went through this journey and kind of, came to an understanding that I can never forget my roots. So that's why, I started, getting a bit more into it. And ever since then, it's just been a vibe, like, but this was the move, guys. I'm actually gonna be taking screenshots of all of this ones because I sent out the screenshots last night, and a lot of them, a lot of people saw them, not many took them. But as you guys see in these sessions, we are actually, starting to catch more and more, you know, um, moves. But once again, guys, we had gold, we had silver. That's two pairs right there. All right. We had GJ. GJ moved beautifully. Like GJ is about to give us the momentum that we truly are looking for to spike to the downside, okay? So do be patient for that. EJ is giving us the same exact type of momentum. I low-key feel like EJ can really push to the upside a bit more. And we are actually about to take a look at it, guys. Yeah, I feel like EJ can really push to the upside a bit more. Bitcoin, in the other hand, low-key am not I'm not gonna go through Bitcoin again because if you guys really want to get into a Bitcoin trade, right now will be the perfect timing. If Bitcoin decides to actually, stay at where it said that it's like if Bitcoin decides to break through here, like decides to actually not, sell to the downside, guys, I will honestly recommend you guys on this, like a trade idea of maybe like because Bitcoin shooting most likely Bitcoin is either gonna take off from there or it's gonna come up to this area right here and take off from there, giving us a second entry to the downside. I look, I feel like those could be another head and shoulder. Let me see. So W structure or upside down head and shoulder. So it could be either one of the two, Brandon. I wouldn't really, because something, let me see. Because in the line chart, it is showing us this. But a lot of times when it comes down with the markets like that, it could be a false, the W structure. Because at the same time, bro, look at the structure that it's giving us, you know? So it could really give us that another push to the upside and then give us another big sell like this one. So do be careful with those. I will honestly be looking at the 4 hour in Bitcoin and honestly looking into getting in right here into this area right there. That's the area I do want to get into Bitcoin. So possible sales once again into in that area right there. I'm actually about to just right here. Rejection zone once again. So right there, guys. So I'm actually gonna be finishing it more in a second. But Ethereum is another one that I'm looking into. I mean, this could be a big W structure, but we'll see what the market does right now when we analyze it, guys. You know, like I'm super excited, like I'm super pumped up. Let me just take a screenshot of this because look at the push that it's giving us. Like that's just manipulation from buyers. So let me just copy this right here. And once again, guys, today is the last night we're actually gonna be running this exact same list. Next week we are gonna be changing a lot of things because I did receive a couple of DMs of what pairs we were gonna keep, what pairs we're gonna get rid of. And I did like, the calculation and all those things. And yeah, we're just gonna stay with us some. So I was thinking more about gold, GJ, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and yeah, I think we might just stay with those, which are the biggest ones, or we might just stay with gold, Bitcoin, and GJ. Do y'all want coffee back in the charts? Be honest, guys. Do you guys want coffee back in the charts? If you guys want to start trading coffee, you guys have to get up early. If you're in the East Coast, you gotta get up early. But I want to know, you guys want to start having coffee once again? Because if you guys do, drop a coffee mug back in the chat. Like it's like what coffee is that coffee is the exact same as gold, as silver. They're commodities. That means they're tradable. That means they're actually getting traded within the markets every day. So if you guys want coffee back again, drop a coffee mug because that would be dope. Like having coffee back again, having that come back for next week with coffee, we could see that happening. So I'm tempted, like let's be honest, drop right now, guys, a coffee mug if you want coffee. There's 8 people in the chat. There's 8 people, so you know, I know we only got an hour, Brandon, but at the same time, if we what we're gonna do is let me actually look for coffee. Oh, it's right here. Look at that. So we're gonna add coffee and we're gonna be getting rid of EJ. Sadly, um, silver. I don't know. I'll see. But I mean, if we do run through them, where I can run them through them a bit faster. But let's get started, guys. So first pair that we are gonna be reviewing is gold. Um, so gold is giving us pretty cute momentum. It's giving us amazing momentum. And now we understand that this is our daily zone right here. Why is this our daily zone? That is our daily zone. The simple fact that this area right here, I'm doing it body to wick. So I'm doing it from like this body to this wick because that's that you can kind of say the wick that kind of where the market went and rejected from to truly create that daily structure. So we have down right there. And then the next area that we have, the next daily zone, I honestly believe that the market is at a daily zone. But if the market is rejecting that area, we do want to see a lot of more rejection. So I will honestly be having in my daily area right here because I not only because it's giving us that rejection right there, but it's also giving us the support area right there. Does that make sense? And also not only that, but overall, that area right there is about 50% Fibonacci, that daily zone. So I will honestly be liking that daily zone when it comes down to gold. Okay, the next thing that we can do. Also, Brandon, today's Thursday, bro. Today we actually do 2 hours. Remember, Thursdays is the only day I actually do 2 hours instead of one. That's why I kind of took a nap before this whole call. So not two full hours, but like an hour 30, an hour 10. So we might stay a little bit extra after. So we do have this right here, that daily zone, and we have this daily zone right here, guys. So when it comes down to the 4 hour, you do fix it like how I had stated yesterday, just because you want to see an area that has been supporting an area that has been resisting at the same time. We have an area that's resisting, we have an area that's breaking, and we have that's literally in the middle, and we have an area that's breaking. That's a powerful daily structure right there. Now let me actually zoom into this candle right here and look at something. So that candle right there, as we can see, doesn't have a wick. So there's a lot of probability for the market makers to really come down. So I wanted to be lowering this to the right here, just because we have the probability of the market makers coming for that candle right there and then leaving to the upside. That's known as smart money concepts, guys. Once you guys understand that body is like, if you only have a body without a wick within one side, it's more probable for the market to go for that because that's just money. It's not no rejection. It's not no anything. That was just manipulation. Does that make sense? Can I get a coffee mug? That makes sense, guys. So when it comes down to the daily zone, guys, now we're gonna be playing off with the 4 hour zones. When it comes down to the 4 hour zones, we're actually gonna be looking at this area right there. We're gonna be looking at where the market's at right now. And we actually got from where the market's at right now, we're gonna be playing the areas where we can see a lot of, like for example, that's an amazing area that could become eventually our resistance area. I mean, I wouldn't really mind seeing the markets, getting manipulated, like literally coming down, rejecting this zone, and then just going to the upside. That will honestly be really cool. So I wouldn't, being honest, guys, I wouldn't really get into no trade as of right now with the markets just because we are at a resistance area, which is that one right there. We have that resistance right there, and we have the support right there. Why would that become a support? Because that area was resistance before. Does that make sense? Bet. So now from that 4 hour, we're gonna move on to the 1 hour. In that 1 hour, we're gonna look at those. Like now it will be more easier for me to fix those areas. So I'm actually gonna be closing that one where I'm actually gonna be pushing this area to a little more higher, like this one. Does that make sense? Like you can actually be fixing areas like that as you go because that can give you a lot more like look at that. That's literally sitting right there. Does that make sense? That's why I kind of like that. I like this right here. And it's super close to this daily zone. So I wouldn't really mind if the market just goes up and continues to the upside, creating that, that market structure, taking out all of these buyers right there because this was buyers manipulation. The only reason why this candle, even though it was selling, has this wick right there is because of buyers. Buyers came in and make that seller's wick right there. Okay, since now we're gonna be fixing this right here. Make sure you fix this right here to the right there. I actually like that right there. So this is a beautiful support and resistance areas. So the resistance level will be 2433.86. That will be known as a resistance zone, guys. So you guys can put that down for you in your charts. That would be amazing. Let me actually take this off because that's getting on my nerves. So let me actually move it down to 12, smaller. So resistance equals, so we have the resistance at 2433.86, guys, and then we have our support area at 2420.41. Does that make sense? So now since we have our support area right there, 2420.41. Now we want to see the market play around those areas. So we could be two possible things. The market goes and hits a resistance, creating and then resisting it right there, coming back, resist it again, and just dropping to the downside to the daily zone. And then when it's into the daily zone, what the market can do is go back up, spike to the support area, break the support, break the resistance, and just keep going up. Because at the end of the day, we are in all-time highs, guys. The market went up and created all-time highs. So in order for me to understand that the market created all-time highs, now it's in order for me to understand, okay, what is the market going to do next? Is the market going to go up and is the market going to go down? So in reality, guys, we could see a lot of, like this area right there is an area of manipulation. It's an area of money. I'm gonna just color that as green because that's the area has money. Why does the area has money? Because the area became support and became resistance. Once you guys understand areas like that, it will be more easier. Like areas like this, it's more likely for the market to just go touch and then just leap to the downside if it really wants to move to the downside. So I'm gonna just put money right here, money area, or just money zone. Money zone. What would I want to title? Like money zone mainly. So we have the money zone right there where we could see the market like literally the buyers coming into it and it's just freaking selling from it. That would be amazing to see that. That would be dope. Not even gonna cap to you guys. And I mean that will like out of this whole movement that the market just did, because I am gonna be putting the Fibonacci extension. That's about 50% 50% Fibonacci. And like about 75% of the time the market does go back and retouch 50% Fibonacci. Does that make sense? So since now we touch 50% Fibonacci, now we want to see some movement to the upside, retouching that 50% Fibonacci and just leaving to the downside. But I will wait for I will honestly like that really strong areas that I will really be taking trades at is on my resistance and on my support areas. Those are the areas where I really, really want to take a lot of, trade. All right. Just be like, I honestly know and understand that that will be an amazing dope area for the market to come and then it will hit. Not only that, but let me actually push this back. But at the same time, we are creating a trend idea. We are creating a trend right there. So I could essentially like that could be a trend. So right there. That we could be looking at a trend continuation right there. So we could be looking at a push to the upside, maybe to this area right here. Like the market comes, swipes the money, comes back right here, hits back again, and it just drops to the downside. But it's gonna be playing around that area right there. I could see the market honestly playing around that area. Because we like in order for the market to really create that, it can come back down right here, and then maybe even break to the upside. Who knows? But honestly, with all means, I do see this playing around. Like we have smart money, we have trend lines, we have key areas, we have everything. So I mean, that's what I want to see. Also, guys, I only use trend lines to actually understand a bit more of the markets, you know. So we have the money zone right there where we could be seeing a lot of, you know, I mean, who knows? Like we could see the following scenarios. So I'm gonna just draw in these scenarios and I'm gonna just leave them like that. We could see this happening. Like that would be an amazing, dope scenario to see the market played off. So that could be one scenario. Okay. The next scenario that we could see the market played off is the following. The market comes up, hits right here, comes back, reject to the downside. Right here, it goes right here, create manipulating the market and just goes like selling. Like that could be market manipulation right there. Or just goes back up, wicks it off, and then just drops to the downside. Like you can honestly start thinking about multiple scenarios. Like right now, gold is rejecting these three zones. Like once you see three rejections candles like that, you could potentially see some buys. And from right there where the market's at to that zone, the most is 150 pips, which is 100, which is pretty dope for gold, for a movement for gold. So I will honestly like this, and I could be seeing selling momentum. So I'm gonna just leave a note for myself. Selling momentum when market taps the money zone. I'm gonna just leave that note for me right there. Also remember, where's 3 a.m.? So 3 a.m. is a powerful time because that's when London Open happens. So open. So at 3 a.m. we have London Open, guys. So during London Open, we could see like that selling moment. Does that make sense? So that's all like that money zone right there. And like that resistance. But at the same time, we do have liquidity build up right here. So that whole area right there, the whole area right there is just liquidity build up. So build up. So we could see the market just going to the money zone, selling from it, and then going to the liquidities. Liquidity uh, build up zone and sweeping up. Let's see, sweeping of the buyers. Does that make sense? So we could see the market do that. Like the market goes up, money zone, sells to the downside, comes and sweeps the money area. Does that make sense? I see an M. Does that mean it will sell? This M right here says, is that the M that you're talking about? So because that M is a bit of an older M. So we use that as information as a daily zone, but so that M, it just showed us that this was gonna happen, you know, that information. But in reality, that M was actually like shoulder, head, shoulder. Does that make sense? That was a head and shoulder pattern. That's what honestly I would do want to see. Like the market just go up, shoulder, come down, head, come down, shoulder, comes down. That's the momentum that I want to see. And I mean, we could be seeing that M, but that M is a bit older M. That M was happened what, like 2 sessions ago, 3 sessions ago, because we literally had New York, London, all those sessions happening. So I will honestly like this. So the market could really come down as well and then just right to the upside. So who knows? We just wait. We'll wait what the market does, but those are what I see within the market. The next pair will be silver. All right, with silver, I do want to see the following. With silver, so now that we see that silver broke our structure, which our structure was essentially, where is it? So our structure was this right here. And since silver literally broke through it, came, retouched it. Now guess what? Now we are creating a new area within the markets as our daily zone, which is this one right here. So we have this as our daily zone. See, let me actually get it closer right there. I like this right here. See, I like this, but at the same time, I might just move it up and I like this better right there. Yep. Because he's literally supporting himself right there and he's resistant right there. I mean, it's literally supporting his resistant. Does that make sense? Like that right there. And at the same time, for daily zone, I do like where the market's at right now. I do like this where the market's at right now, honestly, a daily zone. So I'll honestly wait. Like, that's a beautiful daily. That's one of the dailies that I do see the market creating a lot more. If the market really wants to do market structure and make this as is, higher low, it will have to, like go back up again and just keep playing around that area for it to give me that low, like the higher low. We have lows, then we have a break of structure, then we have a higher high, then we have a higher low, higher high. That's just in bigger market structure. That's a daily. It will take days. So we do have the market like now in the 4 hour. And this, I know yesterday you asked me about this, is you see how I'm just fixing it in the 4 hour? Like you will literally get used to doing this so much that it will literally become second nature drawing daily zones. The reason why I drew that as a daily zone is because we have that right there and we have that right there. So I like that. And the more you draw the daily zones, the better like you will really understand it. So let me just draw like the Fibonacci. So we could see the market draw like driving into like the 50% zone, and then from there just selling to the downside. Like we could see that happening also because like I mean I could see the market just going to this area right here. Like I will be honestly looking the mark for the market to be going into that area. Like that will be not only money zone, but that will also be creating our resistance zone. So I do want to see essentially that maybe some buys and then a big sell. Let me see, 3 and 3. So that's just a 4 hour. Now for the structure, let me see. I do like where the market's at right now. So that could be like our resistance, and this could be our support, maybe even right here, right there. Let me actually go back to the 1 hour and then just fix those things. So for our support and resistance, I mean, literally silver is literally giving us the play, guys. So silver is literally right now right there. So we could see that, I mean, this area right there as our, resistance, and we could see this area as right there as our support, so let me actually, where's the 3 a.m.? Right there, 3 a.m. we have London open. Okay, we do have London open at 3 a.m. So we could see essentially the market coming like right there, hitting it back again and just selling to the downside. So let me just copy this. Why am I? We could see that as a resistance. What the hell? What happened? Resistance. Okay, and then we could see this as our support right there, 29,560. So we do have that support right there, guys, and we do have that resistance. So we could see the market just, honestly rallying up to this side and then just seeing possible sales right here. So I'm gonna put it in parentheses right here. Okay. Selling zone. Okay. So we are gonna be seeing that as our selling zone. Like I can already see the market playing that right there. Like heading to the upside and from there right there, just selling to the downside, giving us that momentum, honestly. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat and I will answer them as I go. But that could clearly be our resistance right there. Like the market could really go back up, come back down, and just keep going. Okay, now we have GJ. So honestly, guys, GJ, I would not be touching it. Just because simple fact that I like where GJ is at. I mean that became more. Now we can actually just maybe move our support and resistance zone. Like maybe we could be moving that, but I wouldn't honestly move everything else within the markets. Like 3 a.m. is, let me see, into like that's landing open right there. And for our support and resistance, we could be seeing this as our support right there, as our resistance. And we could be seeing that as our support. Does that make sense? But at the same time, we do have the money gap right there that I do want the market to go back and pick it up. So there's times within the markets that you wouldn't really make a lot of changes. All you would change is your support and resistance levels. Does that make sense? Because the market's still playing between those lines. He hasn't really, broken below here for me to go back and be like, okay, the daily level zone, or he hasn't really made that big momentum, just like how gold did. You guys saw the big drop that gold did compared to the to a little movement that GJ made. So those are movements that I truly don't want to see a lot of them making it. You know what I'm saying? So I do want to see this money gap, um, or just money zone. just, just fix this right here. Money zone slash selling zone. So we could see the market just, going to this money zone and then a slash selling zone. So do wait for that, guys. 2003.834. That's our resistance. That's our resistance zone. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know why, but like that song has been stuck in my head all day. This is at 2003.3413, guys. That could be our support area. So drop a 111 in the chat, guys, if you understood me when I meant like sometimes you're gonna have to leave the charts as they are. Like you cannot really make a lot of changes because a lot of times what happens is that a lot of these charts, you know, you there's not really a reason for us to make those big drastic changes when the market didn't even give us those big moves. Once we understand that the market can really get to that area right there, which is a money zone, like look at that. Like the market has been playing between that zone before already too. Like if I actually do this, look how many times the market actually play around that zone. A lot. So that's why I do want to see that. I look, you feel like the market's just gonna spike to the upside. It's gonna create either money or it's gonna break above here. But in the bigger time frame, we know that the market is just gonna go up. Like right now, the market's giving us that. But if we do pull out Fibonacci, guys, literally the market is almost sitting at 50% Fibonacci. The thing is actually sitting at 50% Fibonacci. So that's what the market's playing between those. Damn, look at that. The support and resistance is literally around Fibonacci zones. Sheesh. Let's go, coach. Next. So we could be seeing that area selling momentum, selling zone. Does that make sense? So I was honestly wait for the market to give us that um momentum because we could be seeing like possible sales in that area right there. All right. Bitcoin, guys. What did I tell you? Look at that. Look at oh sheesh. Now, okay, now Bitcoin is giving that momentum, guys. So we could be seeing this as our rejection zone right there. Drop some money bags, guys. If you guys seen what I'm seeing in the markets right now, like literally live and like Bitcoin is literally playing live in front of our faces. Like honestly, like there's I like we could be seeing a big like that's manipulation right there, guys. We actually take a closer look. Let me actually take a look at that. Like look at the small candle like wick that he did before he went out. So that's known as manipulation, guys. So what the market is doing right now is manipulating to take out all the sellers right here and take out all those stop losses. That's when you need to make sure you're trailing your stop loss every time you get into a trade. So I'm gonna be doing this right here. So this could be the next maybe idea, like the next maybe like trading idea. So we could be seeing this right here. Like I still have faith that the markets can really like go into this right here. Does that make sense? You see they're gonna leave from right here or all the way like from right there. Like, but this is the zone that I'm looking at right now. Yes, for a sell. I wouldn't be looking into buys unless this whole area gets broken. If I do see like the market, okay, coming for the rejection, because I mean, if people like, if I do see the market just break into the upside, if the market tends, it holds right here. Okay, let's say the market, this candle, like the next candle that pops up, is like it starts as a green candle. But if I do see some rejection like that, like twice like this, I will honestly be looking, but this is that traded. Like this is what I'm looking at. Is either gonna be this one or it's gonna be this one once again. It's either gonna be those two that are gonna be playing off. So I will honestly wait. Those are my two rejection zones. Rejection zone number one, rejection zone number two. So we could be seeing like something like this. Does that make sense? Like drop a 111 in the chat if that makes sense. Like let's say the market does start scaling up. We could be seeing this right here. But I do want to see something like in the bigger chart in the 4 hour. Let me see if the market like is playing off Fibonacci zones because Fibonacci is strong. Oh, look at that. Look at that candle right there. I mean, that could be honestly manipulation because we could see some, the market coming out and taking out these buyers right there. They're taking out these sellers, giving us a wick and then just spiking to the downside. I mean, because this was the manipulation. You see, like the market has to came and hit 50% Fibonacci. So I'm still waiting for my 50% Fibonacci to at least get hit. I mean, the market took out this liquidity, so we don't really count on it no more, you know. So let me actually go to the 1 hour and look into it. Okay. I'm actually gonna be starting all over again with Bitcoin. I wanted to keep going the same way, but at the same time, with Bitcoin right now is being, a bit hard-headed. Let's just put it that way. So that's our daily zone right there. We're gonna be fixing in the 4 hours because that's huge right there. And then this is our next daily zone right here. I like that. On the 4 hour, we are gonna be fixing it to not make it so much big. Like that thing is huge. So I'm honestly gonna be fixing it to the point that it fits right there. So I like that daily zone right there. And now in the 4 hour, we are gonna be using like, we are gonna be seeing where the markets are right now, which the market can really come to this area right there. that could be our resistance. And then our support could be like right here. Now in the 1 hour, it's gonna be a lot different. So in the 1 hour, we can fix those areas like this right here could be our resistance right there. And then from there, this right here could be our support. You guys see how everything just changed all of a sudden once I went into it. So sometimes you're like pairs like GJ, we didn't really do much change. But even with Bitcoin that we wanted to make a change on it, we couldn't because of how the market was moving. So 64, 620, we could see that as we could be seeing that as a resistance. And then from there, we can be looking at the next 63, 8, 16 as our support. See right here. We could be seeing those two areas as a support. Now, let me just put the 3 a.m. because I don't know, it just reminds me of that there's a London Open. A lot of times we be forgetting about London Open and then we are like, oh my God, why did the market move while I was sleeping? Because there's volume. Like people be forgetting that and that be cracking me up because I'm just like, dude, it's just volume. So the following scenarios could happen, guys. This right here could really become our rejection zone right here. That could be one scenario. The other thing that the market plays among that line right there. So honestly, I will be looking into this rejection zone, you know. So I like that honestly, like, or it's either that or it's either gonna be this one, where the market's at right now, which is this. So if I will be taking this right here, my stop loss will be in this one all the way up there, which is not that bad. And then from there, we do have like areas of money, areas of liquidity, which like one of the areas that I do want to see getting liquidated later on is this one. Like this whole area right here, that's all money right there. That's all liquidity. So that I'm gonna just put that as liquidity right there. Liquidity buildup. Buildup zone. So that's literally our liquidity buildup zone, guys. That's number one. The next liquidity buildup zone that we could be seeing the market playing for is this one right here. So that's all money right there. So you guys see those two big money zones right there? Like we could be seeing the market playing off from like this one right here, which I like this better. Those two areas, those could be really good. Just like how gold had, remember like how gold had those zones? Same thing could be you know, with Bitcoin. Those are like we're playing from this resistance zones, but we do want to get where the market's gonna hurt the most people. Where the market's gonna hurt the most people is where there's liquidity, and liquidity is money, and money is getting built up. Don't you think the market has a lot? Like you have to think about market makers. What are the market makers looking at? The market makers know that there's right now that haven't happened this past April. So like they want to get the market tanked down before they get into with that big money. Because right here we're dealing with crypto, a completely different world than what regular trading is like. So like we could be seeing that right there. I mean, yeah, like if you would have been in the 15 minutes, that would have been a big push to the upside. But when you're in that 1 hour, everything looks so different. Does that make sense? Like also like I mean, the market they broke 50% Fibonacci, but we are at the 38.20 and the 23.16. So, I mean, Ethereum is about the same thing. Like Ethereum is just right here. See, Ethereum is the one that I could literally live on right now. So, like, we could be playing with this right here with Ethereum, just like how we did with GJ. Same thing as Ethereum, we could just be playing with this right here. Because at the same time, this is just liquidity buildup right here. Does that make sense? Like Can I get a 111 in the chat if that makes sense? That could be a liquidity buildup zone, guys. Okay, and the next one will be this one right here. I do. Oh, who's ready for coffee? Drop a coffee mug if you're ready for the coffee chart to get marked up, because that's hilarious. Like we could be seeing this as a rejection zone right there. You know, there you go. And a lot of times the W's and the W's and the M's do work more in like the 15 minutes, all the good stuff. So we could be seeing this trade idea played off tonight, right there. Like this, if I actually take it down like how I want to take it down, like we could be seeing this played off right there. That'll be about 130 pips. Not bad. And after all those things, we could be seeing that. So I'm gonna be leaving this up. I'm actually gonna be sending this out later on. So I mean, it's just literally manipulation. Draws back the sellers, take up the buyers, draw down the sellers once again. All right, so this is the one and only Mr. Coffee. I can't believe you guys talked me to having coffee back again into our sessions, but I'm excited. Who's excited for coffee, guys? Like, who's excited for the coffee tonight? This is why it's called. Look. I honestly might just, do this, like click on the little chart. Where's the background? Canvas. I think it's no, right there. Symbols. Where's the canvas? Oh, right here. No, there's no brown. Man. Oh, look at that. Where's it? Let's see. Which one is the closest one to coffee though? Like to the coffee color. That will be like right here. Okay. Wait, let me see. Hey, look at that. Oh, that looks nice. That looks dope now. Nah, I like that. I like how it was. Like, nah, never mind. I'm not gonna do too much. Like, it's already known as the cafecito. That does not mean we're gonna switch everything. I want my color. Mm, man, it took me that long to actually figure it out. Oh my God. There you go. We're back again, guys. My bad. We literally left. We're back again though. All right. So with coffees are literally at its daily zone right now. Coffee literally left from our daily zone. Like it's so funny because he came, took out those sellers, and then he literally took off from there. So that could be our daily zone. Coffee is low-key heading to this zone right here. So I will honestly wait for coffee to come into this zone right here. I'm honestly curious. I think I might wake up early and trade coffee, guys. Who knows? What if coffee is the one who can get me like instead of yeah, because coffee is getting more expensive. That's what it means. Like it's so funny how as traders we can actually like make jokes out of this. Like I did why you think I might try to trade the coffee so this coffee can pay for this coffee. I wonder if there's water or sugar. I mean, I know there's I know there's sugar. I know there's sugar for sure. But I've always wondered if there was water. We could be playing with all commodities today. We could do an all commodity session. So we have that right there, guys. That this right here, we have that one right there. That's our daily. I mean, that's our 4 hour. So that right there could be like that's our resistance, and this is our support right there. Let me just copy that area. 242.54. Sheesh, that's how much the pound is, or what? Like, I'm over here figuring things out with coffee, because damn. Let me actually go to the 1 hour and fix those areas. That one. Let's see, because we could be seeing the market just making the push on this area right here. See, I like this better right here. You guys see how in like I went from like having it all the way up here to all the way down here, even though like they're different because the 4 hour shows me something different, you know. The 4 hour and the 4 hour can play like about the same but differently. So that could be money zone. But we'll see what the market does in that in that scenario. So 244.28, that could be our resistance area. Let's see, resistance. Okay, 244.28, that's our resistance. And our support is going to be right here, which is about 241.99. So the like, I mean, I don't want my coffee to be, you know, too expensive. So I would love, you know, the market to keep going down. You know, I want my Starbucks to cost me a lot less. You know, I don't want to pay like $10 for Starbucks anymore. So with Starbucks, I mean with coffee. See, Brandon, you already got me thinking about Starbucks, bro. So we are seeing a like this whole gap. We could be seeing that like this whole thing getting filled like back again. That's known as a gap, or you know, we could be seeing that like this is free money land. Free money land. So since we're seeing this as free money land, we could see the market just buying to the upside. I mean, three yeah, I don't think yeah, there's no 3 a.m. here, guys. So the market's actually just playing at 4 a.m. right here. That's London. That's when the market actually opens. So like literally, if you guys want to catch like the basically the London session of coffee, plug in at 4 a.m. guys. Like that could be the best. So where like I understand the market picking up the wicks, but that's the body. It is the body, bro. But something you have to realize is that that's manipulation. So something that not a lot of people talk about nowadays is gaps. So gaps is just manipulation. Like this whole thing was manipulation. Look at that. Look at where that happened. That happened at 4 a.m. So a lot of times that's just market open. So manipulations within the markets. Like you will see times you will see those little gaps right there, like that's a gap right there. Let me find another one. Like if you go into stocks, like or even SPS 500, NAS 100, you will really understand. Like let me put one down. SPX, like right here. S&P on my bad, S&P 500. Like that whole gap, I know it will. Oh shoot, I had forgotten that I had done this before. Damn, like that played off. So the market is essentially gonna like this right here is equivalent to this right here a lot of times. But people don't understand this because people forget about the basics of trading. Like when I learned about trading, this is how I used to make my money when I first started trading through gaps. You know, like that, like when you want you guys to understand smart money, you guys will understand things of that matter. So that's why I'm so big in pushing Mike Knapp as a smart money trader, included with the J7, because J7 gives you the power to understand key levels. While like, you know, like smart money concepts is just a way of thinking that the market makers could go to that area because it's a gap. Like you will start seeing things like that over and over again. Like this whole thing, like it's just understanding, you know? So you can chase the money zone or money land. Yeah, so that's basically what I see the market doing, like chasing the money's land. Like if you see a money land, the market is more likely to come pick up this whole zone and just keep buying to the upside after that. You know, so that's basically what we are seeing with it. Like we have that gap right there. The market will eventually come pick it up. So we can either go to the money zone or the free money line, like how we're talking about. So that's pretty much it, guys. With the trade chart, with the charts tonight. Honestly, guys, that two pairs I want to be looking into, it will be Ethereum is one of them. I'm actually about to share this idea in the chats. So Ethereum could be one of them that we're looking to for sales. We have coffee. We got coffee back in the house, guys. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. If any of you guys have any questions, you know, let me
Hello.
know those guys because I could literally answer them right now. We can run like a 10-minute Q&A. I mean, I took like a 30-minute nap before this call. So I do have a lot of time. I mean, I already showered, so we're good. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, let me
I have a question.
let me just pause this real quick. All right, guys. So for my YouTube channel, this is it for today, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Where is it? Right here.